At the end of the Ryloth arc of the Bad Batch, Cham Syndulla vows to return to his home planet to help free his people. Spoilers, he does exactly that and starts the Free Ryloth Movement. So let's dive into what he did after the events of the episode Rescue on Ryloth. To start, we need to explore his experiences before and during the Clone Wars. Cham was well aware of the corruption and complacency of the Galactic Republic thanks to his planet's senator, Orn Free Taa, who always put his own interests above those he represented. Syndulla was outspoken against Taa, and the two became political rivals. When the Clone Wars began, the Techno-Union invaded Ryloth, and Cham became the leader of the Twi'lek resistance against the droid army, while Senator Taa remained hidden away on Coruscant. Cham was hesitant to ally himself with the Republic and their clone troopers, fearing that he would be trading one armed occupation for another, but he and Taa put aside their differences for the good of their people. The senator gave his word that the clone troopers would depart Ryloth as soon as the planet was liberated, and Syndulla swore not to use his position as leader of the resistance to gain more political power. By the time the Clone Wars ended, Cham had come to trust the clone troopers and went so far as to approve of their continued presence on his homeworld in the name of peace. But Orn Free Taa's return to Ryloth placed the Syndullas in danger. Taa wished to remove his rival from the public eye, and the Empire, now taking the place of the Republic, sought more control over the unruly planet. Imperial Admiral Rampart staged an assassination attempt of the senator and framed Cham for the act, placing him and his wife Eleni under arrest. Their daughter, Hera, contacted the Bad Batch, a group of enhanced clone mercenaries, to come rescue her parents. They were successful thanks to Hauser, a clone trooper and friend of the Syndullas. For some reason, he was free of the effects of the inhibitor chip that took away the free will of most clone troopers. While the Syndullas escaped with the Bad Batch, Hauser was able to convince some of his fellow troops that their occupation of Ryloth was wrong. Although they were safe, Cham and Eleni vowed to return to Ryloth to continue the fight for freedom. We don't know many details over the course of the next few years, but we do know that Eleni was killed as part of the resistance against the Empire. The loss pushed Cham further into his sense of duty and drove a wedge between himself and his daughter. Hera felt a larger calling to free the entire galaxy rather than remain focused on Ryloth, and so she left to join another rebel cell. 5 years after the fall of the Republic, the Free Ryloth Movement had been created in the name of guerrilla warfare against the Empire and Senator Orn Free Taa. The Twi'leks launched attacks against Ryloth's spice trade and likely their Dunium mines as well. Their disruption became such a problem that the Emperor and Darth Vader accompanied Taa to the planet to get it under control. Syndulla organized an assassination attempt on the two Sith Lords, attacking their Star Destroyer, but they both escaped to the planet's surface. The Free Ryloth Movement hunted the Emperor, his royal guards, and Vader, but of course failed to destroy them. Many members of the Resistance were killed in the attempt, but Cham escaped. In retaliation, the Empire sent even more of their might to Ryloth after the failed assassination. Among those reinforcements were a Quasar Fire-class cruiser carrier. Over 10 years after Cham's run-in with Darth Vader, he was contacted by his daughter, who wanted his help commandeering the ship for her rebel cell, Phoenix Squadron. But Cham wished to use Hera's resources to destroy the carrier as a display of Ryloth's strength. Hera convinced him that by helping the entire galaxy, he would be helping the Twi'leks as well, and although their alliance was tense, their mission proved to be a success. Not long after, the Empire again doubled down on their military presence, sending Grand Admiral Thrawn to Ryloth, who set his base up in the Syndulla family home. Inside was a sacred item to Twi'lek families called a Kalikori. Cham again worked with Hera to recover the heirloom, which was one of the final reminders Hera had of her mother, Eleni. This time, their mission was a failure, and their home was destroyed, but Hera recognized that her father and the other members of her rebel cell were her true family. The next 7 years of Cham's history are currently unknown, but after the destruction of the second Death Star, Ryloth was finally free from Imperial rule. We don't even know if Cham survived to see the Free Ryloth Movement succeed, but he was at least credited by Twi'lek leadership for his lifelong efforts. So that's it for today. If you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, follow us on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and consider checking out our Patreon page. As always, thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.